Welcome to another Diadochi tournament battle. In this battle we have Nightgale playing as Epirus versus M4Cov playing as the Seleucids. Both sides will have to take into consideration that there are elephants on the field. Both have the same kind of strength on their bronze pikes, with bronze pikemen. Both have Diadochi swords, and some of them have Greek infantry. But let's check out Nightgale's army. He has Sarissa Lancers. So he has shock cavalry. He has his Indian mercenary elephants. He has his bodyguard unit, which is more suited to face cavalry than infantry. He has some Diadochi spears here on the side. He has Diadochi swordsmen. And then he has one unit of Greek slinger, one unit of Greek archers, and of course Doxybellus. And his pikemen are angled again to protect his unshielded side. Let's look at M4Cov's army. He has 3 units of light cavalry. He has his companion cavalry. He has his Indian elephants, very tough to kill. And then we have some Diadochi spears here with a Greek infantry unit. Another Diadochi swordsman here. 5 bronze pikes. Okay, the Diadochi sword. Okay, 4 units of Diadochi swordsmen here, with 2 units of Greek slingers, and another Diadochi spears over here. So here the lighter infantry is behind the screen of pikes, so they are protected from cavalry charges, and maybe they can get an angle on the enemy pikeman, giving him the advantage. Both sides will have to take into consideration that the Indian elephants are here. In their elephants on the field for both sides. They have to counter it somehow. But the Seleucids do have 1 extra unit of swords. It may be the downgraded version of the Diadochi swordsmen, but they still have 3 javelins each. So that's 900 javelins there for the Seleucids that he can use at this how he wants to deal with them. And if he gets angles, he can take advantage of it. Now it's all about eliminating the support infantry. Pikemen on their own, they're quite slow, they're hard to kill, unless they get flanked. If they get flanked, they will rout very easily. They can rout almost at full strength if they get flanked. But the Seleucids has 1 big disadvantage. It doesn't have an Oxybellus. So yeah, it's quite a risk here to take an Oxybellus when you already paid for the elephants. But it also is a very well worth it, because you can just stay behind your pike wall and try to get the cavalry. If you weaken up the enemy cavalry and you get the advantage in mobility, you can easily then just flank and spank everything else. This time the pikemen are moving up here. This Diadochi sword should hurl at this unit, or move a little bit over here and then hurl at this unit. So it's all about weakening up the pikemen. Now these Diadochi swordsmen are moving up. This unit should hit at this unit, but it seems like they want an even exchange of missiles against each other. Both seem reluctant to do it. Or move up these Diadochi swordsmen here and try to get the Greek archers and slingers. And if you move up here, maybe, just maybe, move up with everything here, you can maybe get an angle on this Oxybellus. And that seems to be what's happening here. Move up with the Diadochi swords and hit these slinger and archer units. Get them out of the way. Then your own slingers can then deal with the and try to deal with the elephants. You don't need to be offensive everywhere. The Oxybellus of Nightgale is shooting up this unit over here. These slingers are hitting the Seleucid swordsmen here when they try to retreat. The archers are going backwards, and now the Seleucid swordsmen and these men are running away, but that gives them that they get hit in the rear, which is gonna be very devastating damage-wise. They're gonna be damaged up, and now the archers are also opening up on these units here. They are hitting this pike unit here. This pikeman is also taking damage here, but Nightgale's Oxybellus has already 54 kills. The slingers are opening fire here again. The Seleucid swordsmen are just gonna move up again. The bronze pikemen are moving up. The Seleucid spears are moving up against the enemy Seleucid spears here. These men got hit on their unshielded side. Lots of angles here. These men were probably ordered to hurl at these units and get drawn in here. Now they just flank charges here. These men though get hit on... Oh no, when they turn backwards then they get their hit on their unshielded side. So that's very bad. These men have taken a lot of damage here. These bronze pikemen must keep moving up here. The slingers are trying to get the Oxybellus, I would imagine. That hits the shielded side. Hit this unit if you want to hit pikemen. And a Nightgale do has his Indian elephants do have bows. That's not gonna kill a lot, but it's still gonna help a little bit. The main value is the shock though, so that doesn't change. Now, one disadvantage of M4 did take a lot of damage on these swordsmen, and now Nightgale's swordsmen have an advantage in terms of numbers. In terms of a numbers game, that's gonna be hard to counter, and the Oxybellus has 109 kills now, and these archers are now moving up to target the slingers, I would guess. Yeah, he's hitting the slingers now, so that will force the archers to turn their target. Yeah, that's gonna be very tough to deal with this unit. There's 4 units here, and these men are weakened up. The Lancers are going this way. Where are the elephants? Okay, the cavalry is trying to come in here. Bronze pike on bronze pike, it ain't gonna be pretty. And the Indian elephants are Indian armored mercenary Indian elephants over here. And there isn't much protection against the elephants here, just a Seleucid spear unit. This unit should hit. Well, ideally the archers. Hit the archers. You need to deal with the archers here of Nightgale, and you can do it with this unit over on this unit and this on this one. That would help somewhat. And here these Seleucid swordsmen are just waiting to hurl their javelins. There's an extra bronze pike over here. He needs to move 1 unit of bronze pikes to face this one. They're all trying to get angles. I would just stay maybe one here and one over there, and hit this little side here to try to weaken this up whilst this unit blocks this one. see. They don't seem to be able to get an angle on it, though. But its support infantry is all moving out down to the side. But I would say this is very scary. This pike unit is a bit too far back. There's a big gap over here. This unit may cover it, but well, they do still have javelins, right? Yeah. Are they hitting this unit? Yeah. Okay, so this unit is actually at least committing against this unit, though. Here, these swords do have an angle on these pikemen, and they should hurl here. They definitely should hurl at this unit. That's a good flank charge here by M4 He still has slingers over here. The Oxybellus is going here to counter the elephants are coming in here, though. Yeah, like most spears have been committed, they still have their javelin throw. These slingers must deal with... Okay, he's trying... Okay, this swordsman needs to pull back. Because there's a breach over here that will be exploited by Nightgale, because he will smash into this swordsman's rear. He popped an intimidate on this... So this swordsman unit got killed off. Or killed off, routed. These elephants are still starting to take damage from the precursors. The slingers of the Seleucids have been rallied up again, but they are facing damage against this infantry unit. Epeirus swordsmen are very vulnerable to cavalry, so you must be able to protect them from that. These men are turning inwards, so that's good, but more troops needs to be committed over here. The Indian elephants are steady now, they must be retreated. There's still archers and slingers for the Epirus. These Greek infantry units are facing off a healthy Epeirus swordsman unit, and they are going to lose. They are the inferior version of that sword unit. Here there's a full-on offensive, and the elephants of the Epirus seems to be going on the offensive, or planning to. This Epeirus spear though is routing for the Epirus, but these elephants are taking damage. The cavalry is now coming in, and this is absolutely the best chance for the Seleucids to turn the tide. But can they do enough damage here? They must keep moving. These swordsmen and Greek infantry are taking a lot of damage, and these Indian elephants are starting to die. Here, oh, this Heteroi general is taking a lot of damage, and it is from this Oxybellus. It is targeting, and the elephants are now routing for the Seleucids. That's unfortunate. The slingers are getting some fire at this Epirus, the elephant unit. Here, Sarissa lancers have been routed for the Seleucids. Seleucids one over here. They must retreat this general right now. Maybe get around with this. Try to get around with this general. But now the Epirus are going in a column formations with their elephants. They need to attack to pin this unit infantry down. They must form up a bronze pike formation on the other side. These Oxybellus is just hurting these bodyguards a lot. And there's still elephants here, and the elephants provide fear factor. That's their other value. You don't have to commit them. You don't have to commit them directly into combat. You can just scare off, weaken up then the infantry, for example, or cavalry with other troops, and then bring in the elephants to the area, and the other troops will rout. Here, the Seleucid cavalry, the light cavalry are now routed. Nightgale pops a scare on this unit to rout this unit also. And all of a sudden, this cavalry is now dead. This cavalry is gonna get run down by the Sarissa Lancers. This cavalry is gonna rout, and that will just leave the rest of the army vulnerable to cavalry charges. But M4 Corps did learn to counter the pikemen units. They did a good job on that part. These swordsmen are trying to hurl their javelins, but they are not actually fighting here, so this gives Seleucids a good chance on this side. However, these bronze pikes have now been routed by these units, and they did not cause enough damage on this one. And now the cavalry is on its way. The slingers of Epirus are trying to get a good flank on these bronze pikemen. This bronze pike is in trouble. And M4 Cub will surrender here. So, well played to both players here. It was a more a matter of experience. The Nightgale did have his Oxybellus. M4 Cub did learn to counter the pikemen. It was just unfortunate his swordsmen took so much damage from the Seleucid swordsman in the very beginning there. But good game. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.